Okay, so what we're going to be talking about here is this application funnel. Okay, we're going to use Agency One Realty as an example. We built out their application funnel, soup to nuts, from the ads, the application page, and everything else, the integrations and all. But where we start with first is like the audience, right? So we've got to get clear on who the audience is that we're advertising to. Real estate agents in Dallas, Texas, between the age of, who have these interests and other criteria. In a nutshell, we're doing something like that. And we're taking that audience and we want to deliver a message about our value proposition to that audience, right? So 100% commission. We got beautiful offices. We've got a great culture. We give you the best tools and technology. You can own a part of the business, whatever it is. We want to get that message to this audience. All right. In this case, you can see we helped Agency One kind of improve upon their offer and create an agent value stack that actually has a price associated with it. And we've got a clear vision here of what we offer agents. So this is an example of the value prop. Now we want to deliver that message through an ad strategy. Okay, so in this case, we went to Canva. Okay, and we created these image ads. We've got a folder that has a bunch of recruiting ad examples that we draw from when we need some inspiration, but we're focusing on a compelling offer that would be of interest to the viewers, which if we've targeted our audience right, then that should be, the real estate agents that we're looking for. So in this case, we've got these two ads as an examples. You are the 100% commission. It's yours. You earned it. And our one thing is you. So we're talking to agents in that case. If they click on one of these ads, they're going to land on this application funnel landing page. Again, we created this for Agency One. This is something that you could build out in ClickFunnels or High Level or anywhere else. Today with AI, you can get a lot of assistance in the copy. And if you're clear on the details about your audience and your value proposition, then all this, gets a little bit easier. All right, so this is what the application page looked like that we created for Agency One here. Okay, we've got a hero section with a call to action all above the fold, and then just below the fold, we've got information about our core values that define us. And then beyond that, we've got the unique Agency One success pathway. We created these value points working with Agency One, and we expanded on some of the things that they offer to better position it and increase the perceived value. So you want to take a look at what you offer and do what you can to make it sound better and more compelling and appealing. So that's what we did for them. And this section here explains a little bit more about their value proposition, aspects of the compensation model. Here we have the value stack featured and what the benefits are, again, for agents with the call to action. And then here we've got a call out to our audience. Are they our ideal agent? And we've got some of the characteristics that we're looking for there. Hey, if that looks like you or sounds like you, click the button. And then at the bottom of the page, one last call to action, again, featuring our agent value stack, the things that we give to agents. All that is to get them to click on one of those call to actions. So we're driving them from that page then into the application itself, where we have a series of questions like what's your experience level, why you are seeking a new brokerage, how would you describe your approach to real estate, what's your primary goal for the next year, how do you handle challenges or setbacks in your real estate career, are you interested in operating under your own brand? In this case, this brokerage has an option where they'll provide back-end support and they'll help you elevate your own brand. And so that's what we're saying here. When we're working closely with you, okay, you can do some of this yourself. Think about what the aspects of your value proposition are and how you can highlight those. And all that becomes part of your value prop, which is why this is up at the top. We got to know that stuff before we can start really building some of these other assets. But if you're working with us, we'll help do all that and reposition it so that we can make it the most appealing to the audience that we're focused on. All right, so we're going to drive people through the questions on the application, and then they're going to be sent to, once they submit their information, a page that says, hey, be on the lookout for next steps and updates in your inbox. And if you're really excited, then show us. You can click right here to schedule your online interview. So we've taken them through the application, now giving them the opportunity to click a link, which will then drive them right to our appointment booking page. And this is how we can utilize an application funnel that's a whole lot more engaging and compelling than just a boring Indeed, WiseHire, ZipRecruiter job type of an application. It's a way we can make a greater and bigger show to that audience than just that boring text, but serve the same purpose, generating an application and ultimately a scheduled appointment on your calendar. So looking at the top, we got to get clear first on who our audience is. So the interests, the criteria, the behavior, the geographic details. You got to get clear on all that. Create an ideal agent profile. We've got an exercise that will help you do that. Once we get clear on that, we've got to get clear on what our value proposition is, or what we offer, and how we can craft that in a way that's going to be most appealing to that audience. Okay, think about the things that you offer and what would be most important if you're in the shoes of these people. We've got an exercise, by the way, that will help you do this. All right, and then create some image ads that are compelling. Okay, we like to say, hey, if you loved pizza and I said that there's free pizza if you can get here by 12, that's a pretty compelling offer. Maybe unrealistic, but it's a compelling offer. So out of what you have identified in your value prop, how can we make that more compelling and create an ad strategy that would mean something to the people scrolling through their feed? Who are the people scrolling through your feed? Their feed? These people, right? What's compelling? Whatever you determined is compelling to these people when you went through your ideal agent profile exercise. Then we want to create a landing page that articulates all the reasons why an agent would want to join with us: community, culture, core values, those kind of aspects. Okay, we believe that in making a decision as big as something, you know, related to the livelihood for you and your family, there are 5 things that matter most: family, fortune, freedom, fun, and fame. Fun, freedom, family, fortune, and fame. If you can find a way to highlight some of those things in your copy, in addition to what you might have discovered as you got clear on your value prop and your core values and some of those other things, we can incorporate all that here. Keep in mind, the audience here is not buyers and sellers. These are real estate agents, right? So we've got to be speaking a language and highlighting things that matter to them here. We build this out in ClickFunnels. You can build it out in any number of different things. If we're working with you, you don't have to worry about it. All right. If you're doing it yourself, you know, there's AI today that can save you a whole lot of time on creating some of this copy if you're not the best copywriter. Once we got our landing page in ClickFunnels, there's a survey option. That's what we utilize in order to drive people through this application process. All right, so you're going to utilize a survey option if you're in High Level or ClickFunnels or whatever else that you're using, probably has that option. And here's where we create a survey. In this case, they had 10 questions. All right, and in our working with you, we kind of get clear on what it is that usually you're looking for, and we'll create all this without asking a whole lot from you. But of course, if you're doing this yourself, then you want to go back to all that we learned when we went through our ideal agent profile exercise. We're going to go back to that, and maybe that's going to help us come up with the type of questions that we want to add here in our application. All right. And then at the end here, we're driving people to your booking link page. If you don't have one, we usually have people go to oncehub.com and create a booking link there. So you have something that you can give people so that they can book on your calendar. It's free and easy. So we'll help you set all that up if you're working with us. Otherwise, you can go to oncehub.com and get that set up. And then in your page editor, wherever it is you're building out these pages, you would link this button right here, of course, to your booking page. By the way, you could also, actually, I'll hold on to that nugget here for a second. Okay. And then once you have your once hub page set up, you're going to be driving people here. All right. The bonus tip is that what we could also do is we could include, if we wanted to, maybe a video in between here. Maybe you have some content you'd like them to watch before, at the same time, or after they've submitted this application. So in other cases, what we have done is after they submit this application part, they get sent to a page to watch a video, then they click the button to interview. So if you've got some content, great video that explains your why, your vision, your compensation model, you may want to insert that in the middle here, and we'll work with you on strategizing whether or not we want to do that. Okay, depending on what you've got. But let's go all the way back up to the top and review this. So step one in creating an effective application funnel that's going to give you a steady stream of candidates, we want to focus on the audience and who the audience is. We have an ideal agent profile exercise you'll want to go through that will make that easy. Then we want to determine what our value proposition is and how do we make it the most compelling for our audience. We've got an exercise you'll go through, or hit us up and we can get it to you to knock that out. Then we want to create some engaging ads that we can target our audience with to feature that value proposition. And we want to feature it in a way that's very compelling and that will stop the scroll and take control and get them to click the button. We then want to have a landing page that explains all the great things about the organization and why an agent would want to join your organization. We want to highlight on things like fun, family, freedom, fame, fortune, community, culture, core values, what's in it for them. That's the type of stuff we want to feature on our landing page. All the call to actions do one thing: they drive them into the application. Anything that distracts from that one thing of clicking the button and getting them into the application is a threat to them doing so. So we don't want to add any other call to actions. We want to have one thing for them to do, and that's go through the application. You'll identify the questions that you want, largely in part by going through the ideal agent profile exercise. So you'll identify the questions you want to be a part of your survey. If you're in ClickFunnels or High Level or something, you're likely going to use the survey element in order to create this application. And then when they submit the application, you're going to want to have a booking link set up. We can use OnceHub, Calendly, a number of other services out there to get you a link that you can give to people to book an appointment. And after they complete your application, they're going to land on a page where you are offering them the opportunity to go ahead and book on their own. Meanwhile, you've captured their information already, so you're going to be trying to get a hold of them, but this is an opportunity for them to show them that they're reared and ready to go, and they can click the button and schedule their appointment on your booking page. And then, of course, if you have a video or something like that that you usually send to people in that in-between time period, then let's go ahead and insert that into the middle of the funnel. All right, so we can share this with you guys. You can use it as a roadmap and a reminder on how that process should flow. We've got these exercises for creating your ideal agent profile, your value proposition, and how to enhance that value proposition so that it's more compelling. We've got those exercises as well that we can send to you, and you can get after it. All right. Also, if you just want us to do all that for you, and you'd rather just strategize and have some fun hopping on a couple Zoom calls and maybe learning a little bit along the way, then we can do that too, okay? And we'll build out your application funnel, which means that we will create these image ads, we will create the landing page and the application and all the integrations and everything else that's necessary to have that in place for you. It's up to you, but even if you decide to do it on your own, you've got the framework here to do it effectively. Hope this helps